Hey, good morning. I'd like to ask you a question. What do you think of when you think of the Ten Commandments? I mean, I think there's all kinds of thoughts that come into our head. You know, uh, I don't keep them, I fail at them, a bunch of do's and don'ts. If you keep them, then you're holy. If you don't, then God must not love you very much. There's all kinds of things. I was asked a couple weeks back, what was the context of the commandments? Like, what exactly happened when the commandments were given? And I want to share this passage with you from Exodus chapter, I think it's chapter 20. Then God gave the people all these instructions. I am the Lord your God who rescued you from the land of Egypt, the place of your slavery. And then it goes into, you must not have any other gods before me. I find that really interesting, and I don't know if you've ever really thought about this, but the commandments were given in the context of God saving his people. He rescued them. I think one of the best ways that we can really have this really mean something to us today is to think about an orphan. Maybe you know an orphan. Just think of somebody who doesn't have their parents. They're maybe at an orphanage or they're on the streets of some country. And they're just, scrambling every day to find something to eat. When I was on a mission trip down to Honduras, I remember they talked about kids hanging out at the dump, and they were looking for food. They would eat food from the dump. Crazy, isn't it? So imagine somebody taking one of these little kids and they adopt them. Suddenly that kid has a home. They take him, and they show him his bedroom. They painted his favorite color. It's got a nice soft bed, warm blankets, fluffy pillow, nice carpet, decorations on the wall. His parents come in and tuck him in every night. He has food now. He doesn't have to go to a dumpster anywhere. He's full. He eats good food. He gets strong. He gets healthy. Isn't that amazing? And as the parents adopt him and bring him into that family, they raise him saying things like, hey, in our family, these are the rules. I remember one time I wanted to do something. I can't even remember what it was, maybe staying up late or whatever. And I remember saying to my parents, well, Bob gets to stay up late. And what did they say? We're not Bob's parents. I love that. So this little boy or girl who's been adopted now, the family says, this is how we operate. We're going to eat dinner at 6, and you're going to take a shower and go to bed. You're going to go to school. These are the rules of the household. Do you think the boy's going to rebel? He's got a nice warm room, food, he's loved. That's the context of the commandments. I am the Lord your God who rescued you, who brought you out of slavery. Don't have any other gods before me. Why? Because I'm the only one that loves you the way you need to be loved. I'm the only one who can save you from eternal damnation. Don't take my name in vain. Worship me. You become what you worship. What are you worshiping? What's number one in your life? What's priority in your life? I mean, we were made in God's image. Let's worship him. Let's praise him. God inhabits the praise of his people. It's so awesome. Honor your mother and father. All these commandments, if we really lived that way, can you imagine what our society would be like? I don't have to lock the doors because no one's going to steal. I don't have to worry about anybody killing me. I can walk down that dark alley. Yeah, I don't have to worry about somebody lying about me and ruining my life because of a lie. I don't have to worry about anybody taking anything because there's no coveting. I mean, God gave these commandments because he was simply saying this: I adopted you into my family. You don't have to rummage for food in a garbage dumpster. You're here to feast on my goodness, my love. And this is how we live as members of my family. Just think if we obeyed those commandments like that, we all got along and loved each other and cared for each other. Man, I just think it's wonderful. Those commandments, I hope after today, you don't think of them as a bunch of do's and don'ts, but as God saying, hey, you're in my family. And when we look at other people saying, hey, but they get to do that, maybe God's going to say, well, I'm not their parents. I'd like them to be in my family. So will you go out and witness to them? Will you tell them about me? That's what our job is. To have this family grow, to have the circle of believers grow, and to be here for each other, and to love each other, to care for each other. The commandments, my friends, were given in love from a God who has rescued us from the depths of hell so that we could be with him forever. Why would you ever want to have any other God before him? And why would you ever want to hurt any one of his other creatures that he made and created and loved and died for? This is Pastor John from 15:5 Ministries. You have a great day.